Hey y'all. I don't really know who y'all is. Maybe someday I'll put this online. I fucking doubt it though. Maybe someone will find it. Maybe I'll look back and write a book. Anyway, it's Monday, March 16th, 2020. I started a job at a hospital in Massachusetts probably, it was February 24th. This is literally my third week in, and it's Monday. Today when I walked into work, there were giant signs, big signs with the typical red stop sign, stop, and two nurses wearing masks and gloves asking me if I work there, needing to see my badge. The hospital is closed off to all visitors because of the coronavirus, COVID-19. It is now here in Rhode Island. It is in Massachusetts. I think we might have a case in the hospital. Which I literally walked by today, if that was the person. These people at this hospital will go into patient rooms that have precaution signs. I've always been taught that is a giant no-no. It doesn't matter what the precaution sign is. You use your PPE. These people just walk in. I have been refusing. Even before coronavirus was giant, like major, like it is over this past weekend, and even mid last week. Very paranoid about that, especially in a hospital setting. Hospitals are fucking gross. The governor just shut down schools for 3 weeks. No more than 25 people in a gathering. No restaurants, no bars. We're basically going on full lockdown like Italy and China. It's funny because people still think it might not happen that we're gonna get locked down for 2 weeks, but it's already happening. It's been announced. First it was 50 first it was 250, no more than 250, so no celebrations for St. Patrick's Day. Fuck me. Then it was fucking 50 people. Now it's 25 people. The governor was wearing a fucking bomb-ass hot pink blazer today. I don't like it, but I like that jacket. And I do like her fucking response to this outbreak has been pretty good, actually. Pretty fucking good. She was one of the first people to declare a state of emergency. She has been saying that she hasn't been getting the funds from the federal state fast enough. But she has really been going hard for Rhode Island. I feel like she might be, I don't know, one of not very many who understand how serious this is. I talked to Heather, and I said, this is really happening. This is happening. We get to see a pandemic in our lifetime. How many people can say that? She literally responded back, I don't think people have it. Anyone has it. I think it's a ploy to break our economy and distract from the bigger picture. What the fuck is the bigger picture? New World Order? I literally haven't responded because I wrote out like 5 different things. Being a bitch, being kind of a bitch, being nice. Honestly, the fucking bitch is coming up here the end of the month with her 2 kids and no husband, which is perfect. And she thinks she's still coming. She's not going to be able to come. We're going to be on lockdown. And she thinks people don't have it. She's supposed to come for a funeral that they put off for a month and a half, which in itself is kind of odd. So there's that. And who comes up and doesn't fucking see their mom, okay? Especially when you've lost a parent and now your only living parent is fucking old and lonely and you don't go fucking see her ass. You don't even tell her you're in the state. That's fucking disgusting. Anyway. It's a little alarming that some people at the hospital that I work at really, I feel like are getting convoluted information. Maybe I'm getting convoluted information. No one knows what to think anymore except for survival. Everyone is in survival mode. I do fear in like 2 weeks or so, if we're not out of quarantine as a nation, I think shit's gonna get violent. I've already literally heard reports about a person in scrubs out in the community getting jumped because people thought this person in scrubs had masks and they were trying to steal masks. That source did say, I don't know how true that is. They sent a picture of the person with a black eye, but you know, you just never know. Jussie Smollett. Fucking asshole. So I think there's an odd range of people. I think there's a full spectrum, really. I think it's people who don't fucking believe, that I unfortunately have the privilege of experiencing. Then there's people who think it's gonna go away with the heat. The virus doesn't go away with temperature. It's not a bacteria. I have literally heard multiple people in my department say that. Thank God I'm not a nurse, so that should be a little reassuring, but literally think it's going to go away in a couple months. The heat, that Florida's fine because it's hot. I've heard people say kind of what I think, that it's going to get worse. Then it'll kind of get better. You know, we saw kind of reports of people being forcibly taken into whatever custody in Wuhan, in China, and whatever cities where they were fucking walking around with no masks, just exposing themselves. And I remember thinking, that's fucked up that they would just take those people like that. Initially, that's my first initial thought. And then it's like, getting real, man. It's getting real now. It's, you know, it's not just those people. No one gives a fuck about those people. It's the people that I know. It's not even necessarily me. It's everyone around me. And people don't really get that. They say the government is blowing it out of proportion. And I think they have not been. As a matter of fact, until this was declared a pandemic, Trump, literally hours before, was saying, you know, he was downplaying it. It's gonna pass, go to work, people have mild cases, they go to work, they don't even know it's fine. And then this bitch gets on TV, totally turns it around, says he's getting a fucking COVID test, probably lied about being positive, because he was definitely in the mists of it. Mists. My husband doesn't want to fucking talk about it at all. He just wants to fucking shove his head in a hole like an ostrich. And I just can't. I do not have that privilege. I have to be in a place that probably fucking has it already, dude. There's one person on a ventilator that we think has it. He's a little bit older. I'd say he's 50s, maybe early 60s, it looks like. Now, I'm saying that because the room's closed off. It's pressurized, as if you were to have tuberculosis, because it's droplet transmission. And he's got a fucking camera on him, so the nurses don't have to go in and out, in and out, in and out. He's hooked up on a vent behind a door. The door's closed. And we don't know yet, because the results take a couple days, 24 hours or something. No, 48 hours or 72. I don't know. It takes a couple days to come back. We have 9 presumptive cases, so we're waiting for 9 tests. Now there's definitely, pardon me, there's definitely a plan in action that went into action early last week on what to do with COVID people, and you know, they will show up, they'll get tested, and then they'll get shipped somewhere else. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. It's really weird in the grocery store. There's nothing. And it's crazy how fast it went. I mean, for last Monday, I literally bought Lysol and bleach, and shit was pretty shit was just starting to get weird. So people were starting to buy, but it's not like it is now. So Saturday when I went, there was a lot of people in the store. Frantic. So when I say frantic, I don't mean they were trying to hide their fucking fear, but literally you can hear the fucking fear in their voice, dude. They're, buy two of everything. It's fucked up. It's coming. And I think I'm just gonna try to keep myself in peak physical condition. I don't think this is, obviously, immunocompromised people, people with diabetes, people with asthma, upper respiratory issues, shit like that, obviously. Old people, babies, young people, obviously this is not hitting young people like it's hitting us. It's more like a hepatitis A in that sense, but it's killing people in their 40s and their 50s. People in their 30s have it bad. Like, even two years ago, there started being flu cases. People just fucking, straight up just fucking dying from the flu. Healthy people. I don't think anyone's really safe. I don't think there's a guarantee for anything. And I think people think it's just an old person virus. And I think that's super ignorant. And thank God for people that are just pumping, thank God for the fucking media at this time, pumping their fucking propaganda. However you want to put it. Whatever side you want to say. Because this is the only thing that we can control is ourselves in this situation. The only fucking thing we can do is isolate. We need to learn from the 2 countries that did it. China handled that shit, man. I mean, I would say they fucking handled that shit. Probably really fucked up. Probably like, in a really fucked up way. But it saved the masses. I mean, so it's hard for me to talk to anybody about it because, I'll throw my 2 cents in at work or something, and it seems like what I think is a little off from what most of the girls think. And I don't mean off in a sense, and they just sound really uneducated. They sound like they're on Facebook getting their news. You know, I'm really no better. I'm on YouTube and websites and local news sites and fucking other browsers other than Google, because fuck you, Google, okay? Fuck you, Google. No, fuck you, Google. Sad face. Dude, tell me why I go search this shit for the last 3 days, information from last week, information from 3 days ago, 5 days ago. There's no new information on YouTube. I think that's really weird. It just stays, days keep just fucking counting. I've been having to go to local news stations or go to the Google website, and now, since they launched it today, actually, they have updates for your state, links to your local shit, other information, which I can't remember right now, but thanks, Google, but fuck you. Alright, I'm gonna rip this bowl up and go inside. Hopefully we meet again.